Welcome everybody. This is Valerie Van Boeven with LTC Expert Publications, and my business partner George Novison is here as well. Hi George.
Hi Val. Hi everyone.
And today we are going to talk about Facebook for home care marketing. We've talked about this topic a lot in the past, but I think it's time to get serious about Facebook marketing. And so if you haven't done that already, now is the time, and we're going to tell you just exactly how to do that. So with that, let's go on to our agenda for today. I'm going to keep it pretty simple. The agenda today, we're going to talk about using Facebook to increase social signals to your website and increase lead generation. Home care agencies should be using Facebook for community outreach. I'm going to show you some live examples of that. And the all-around message is that a well-rounded set of activities can generate leads. So it's in between there. So also I want to let you know that I will take questions at the end. So if you have a question, we do all of this by typing the questions in because about 300 people registered for the webinar, so there's way too much background noise to open up all the lines. So what you can do is in your little dashboard that you have, you can go ahead and type in a question anytime. You don't have to wait till the end. You don't have to wait till I say we'll take questions. You can go ahead and type it in, and what we'll do is we'll answer them first on a first come, first served basis. So the first question that's typed in is the one that'll get answered first, and so on. So anytime during the presentation, if there's something that you don't understand or want more information about, just type in your question, and I will go through those at the end. And oftentimes that's the most fun part of the whole thing. So having said that, we're going to go on to our next slide. So we're going to do Facebook by the numbers, and we're going to talk about why this has become so important, why now and why Facebook. The first number we're going to talk about is 1.39 billion, and that's a big number. So worldwide, there are over 1.39 billion monthly active Facebook users, and that was from Facebook as of 1/28/2015. So what this means for you is that in case you had any lingering doubts, statistically, Facebook is too big to ignore. So that's what we're going to talk about. That's our main focus today. 1.9 billion. There are 1.9 billion mobile active users, MAU, an increase of 26% year over year. So this isn't going to go away. This is going to get more and more important as time goes on. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. That's an odd number, an odd set of numbers. The highest traffic occurs midweek between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Since you have the potential to reach more consumers and drive higher determining when to do more frequent or important status updates, offers, and other posts. So 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. during the week. 42% of marketers report that Facebook is critical or important to their business. This is a crowded marketplace, even for home care, but you can't afford to sit it out because odds are fairly high that your competition is already doing something on Facebook. The key is to use Facebook marketing correctly, which most of them are not, crowd, which actually in this marketplace of home care is going to be pretty easy to do. 16 million local business pages have been created as of May 2013, which is a 100% increase from 8 million in June of 2012. And that number just keeps on getting bigger. So it's important that you know the difference between creating a personal profile that has a name and creating the how, what, when, why, who, where, and all that today on how to create a page. But I will tell you this, a lot of you have pages that the first name is ABC and the last name is home care. And you created it like it's a human being, and it's not, and it needs to be changed. And there is a feature inside of your Facebook account that you set up for your home care agency. If you set it up like a human being profile, you can change it over to a Facebook business page if you want, and you need to do that. I can tell you that although I haven't seen it much, Facebook pages or profiles that are set up as a business, like ABC Home Care, and you set it up as a human being, if that's against Facebook's terms of service, and they will delete those accounts if you don't set it up correctly. You don't want to lose all your fans, so you want to make sure you switch it over. 56%. Now, this is my favorite slide because this is really reaches all of us here in the home care market. For the first time, more than half of all online adults 65 and older, or 56% of them, use Facebook. This represents 31% of all seniors. So that means that there is a huge market out there for the 65 and older crowd. Now, we also know that the target market for all of us is actually the baby boomer market, or the adult child of the aging parent, which could technically be age 30 and up, pretty much. So really you're looking at age 30 and up as your target market, but it's good to know that age 65 and older is really making a gain, because that's really helpful for all of our marketing. So let's talk about social signals. One of the things that we wanted to talk about today was why Facebook and why now. And social signals is a keyword phrase that has been picking up steam, and people have been hearing more about it. The theory is that content that gets shared a lot in social media may be seen as more valuable content by the search engines. So that's a theory. Now, Google says that that's not true, that just because it's shared a lot doesn't mean that they give it more importance or give it a better rank. So my little graphic there says, do these drive ranking? But on the other hand, there are some thought processes out there that say that the more content gets shared, yes, it does affect your website's rankings. So if you need to get to page 1 of Google, now there are many, many things you need to do, but one of them may include some form of social signals. So the more active you are on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, and you're sharing your content there, and all your blog posts are going out, and you actually are putting blog posts up, and you do have new, fresh content every week, when all of that is happening, it can only benefit your website, not hurt it. So social signals are valuable, but there's a debate on how they actually help. So what we think is that the real power comes from the synergy. The key to using social media to drive SEO is to build it to be your very own PR channel. And that's absolutely true. If you look at our company, if you look at any of the other marketing companies out there, that's what we focus on, and that's what you should be doing as well. You build your very own PR channel to promote your great content. And a key word there is content. You have to have some in order to promote it. When done properly, this will create a powerful synergy between your content publishing, your social media, and your SEO programs. So it all works together. There's no getting around anymore. Content that's unique to you. There's no getting around social media, and the two of them combined with great search engine optimization make for a very powerful website. So here's an example of what we're talking about here. Traffic, links, and new subscribers. So if you look at my picture on the left-hand side, you can see that AlzheimersCareDaily.com is one of our websites, by the way. That's AlzheimersCareDaily.com. So Alzheimer's Care Daily posted this post on their Facebook page, Facebook business page. 3 signs your elderly loved one may be suffering from Alzheimer's disease. So you can see down at the bottom there that that post reached 5,734 people. And if you keep looking down even further, thank you, you can see that it actually was shared 34 times. You see this very bottom down here, bottom left-hand corner of your screen, 34 shares. So that means that a lot of people, this reached a lot of people, but also a lot of folks shared it, which means, and this is one of the people that shared it, so I'm just sort of showing you this, one of the people. So I don't know Shelley Murphy, but she shared our post, and not only did she share it, but Jan Powell did, and Lisa Graham, and you can keep going down and down and down and down. And they also had some comments about the article, about how important it is to understand this, and wish I'd known some stuff about this before, and all those kinds of things. So 34 shares mean that every time somebody shared that post from Alzheimer's Care Daily, all of their friends saw it. So when folks start sharing your posts, you know that you sort of made the big time there. You've actually got a piece of content. So what happens then is we get new followers on Alzheimer's Care Daily. We get more shares, we get more fans and plus ones, which would be Google. And what I also see happening all the time is that people sign up for the monthly newsletter that comes from Alzheimer's Care Daily. So this all works together. And if you were to click on that link, the link right here that says deliver.it, blah, 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 right there, if you click on it, or the picture, it will take you right back to the Alzheimer's Care Daily website and to that actual blog post on Alzheimer's Care Daily. And all of that is meant to happen. It was designed that way. That's the way your social media should be designed. If you put something up on your website or blog, it should immediately go to social media for your community to see. So that's kind of how it works. This is why Alzheimer's Care Daily is a pretty popular website right now, because we post great content probably 3 or 4 times a week. And we should be doing even more. Okay, so building this synergy does require an upfront investment to align your social media and your content publishing efforts. I just talked about that. You got to put them together. And to build your visibility on social media. So here are some key considerations. Number 1, you have to align the target audience and the topical themes of your content publishing and social media efforts. So for you all, posting stuff about on your page about daycare for children isn't going to resonate with your local community based on what you do. So it all needs to be sort of elder care related. It's okay to have fun, maybe posting a great recipe or something timely for an event or a holiday, but you want to keep it all senior elder care related or about your business, something that's happening within your business or a celebration that you're having, but it needs to be, stay on the same topic. It wouldn't be good to put political stuff up there or something about dogs that didn't have anything to do with seniors, might not really resonate. Keep it simple and keep to the topic. And you want to build relationships with like-minded people on social media platforms. So if there's an assisted living facility near you who also has a Facebook page, you might want to like their page and invite them to like your page, and vice versa. So you might want to make sure that everybody is liking each other in your local community, especially folks that you're not competitive with. Because when you do that, then you're able to share some of their content on your Facebook page. So not only do you need to post your own great content, but you need to reach out to the other businesses that serve seniors in your local community. See if they have a Facebook business page, and if they do, be sure to like their page, and in return ask them to like your page. And be sure to watch and post things, share their information. They'll love it, and then they'll do it for you too. Okay, I think my numbers are off a little bit here. So number 3 actually is participate in related communities and social media. So if there's something going on or your community has a Facebook business page, so for instance, I live in a town called St. Charles, Missouri. And St. Charles, Missouri has New Town and they have Old Town. So anytime something comes up in New Town or Old Town, we tend to share it with each other, any kind of events and things. I don't put all that on my business page because I'm a nationwide advertiser and a nationwide company. But if I had a local business and there were an event coming up, a happening, maybe a ribbon cutting, maybe like we have something called Food Truck Days where all these fancy food trucks come out and you can go get dinner. It's just sort of a community event. They have a band and stuff. Anything like that you can share on your page because it's about your community. Show that you can give as well as get, so regularly share or comment on other people's posts. So again, for Alzheimer's Care Daily, by the way, we share a lot of the other Alzheimer's, there's tons of Alzheimer's pages out there in the universe. There's Alzheimer's Weekly, there's Alzheimer's and Dementia Weekly, there's Help Stamp Out Alzheimer's, they have great stuff. And so when I see something about that come through our news feed, I share it for them, and that's a nice thing to do. I share it on our Alzheimer's Care Daily page so that people know what else is out there on Help Stamp Out Alzheimer's. And then finally, be prepared for a learning journey. As you do more and more publishing of content and posting on social media, you will improve. You'll get better at it. You'll spend more time with it, or it might take you a shorter amount of time to do a few things each day or a few days a week. Your first efforts may not do so well, but practice makes you better. So find that interesting stuff out there that's about your community or that's interesting to seniors, and be sure to post it. Okay, so first you need a Facebook business page. We're kind of going to go through a few of the things that are really important. And this is one of our clients, and we just like to highlight some of our people when we do a webinar. So this is a Facebook business page put up by one of our clients, and this person is not only really good right now at boosting their posts and community outreach, but they're really doing well with you know, getting out there and sharing other people's content and doing things like that. So this is a good example of a Facebook business page. So you can see right here, kind of in the middle, 1,282 likes. So if this home care agency serves the Sacramento, California area, the more likes they can get from people in their local area, the better. And that means that people in their local area are paying attention to what Harmony Home Care has to say. So it's really important, and this is a good example of a Facebook business page. So you also need content and engagement. So for example, and I'm going to go live to a couple of these in a second, you need at least one blog post per week plus 3 other posts per week. I'll talk more about that, but I wanted to take you to Alzheimer's Care Daily. So let me exit the screen here. We'll come back to that slide. Whoops, you don't need to see all that crazy stuff. Okay, so let's go to Facebook, and we're going to go to Alzheimer's Care Daily. So I'm logged in as me right now, so you may see all kinds of crazy stuff you don't recognize, but that's okay. Alzheimer's, it's kind of taking a second here. Come on, Care Daily. Okay, so this is Alzheimer's CareDaily.com has its own Facebook page. So this is not set up as a local business. It's set up as a website or organization. It has 9,667 likes. It had 19 likes so far this week. A couple of things that you can see here are that the Alzheimer's Care Daily newsletter just went out on the 20th, which is yesterday. So if you wanted to click there, you could read it. You can see that we shared a post yesterday, or on the 19th, Alzheimer's Care Daily via Alzheimer's and Dementia Weekly, 10 tips to prevent wandering, and that had some good activity. We shared one from Daughters of Dementia, Sleep Apnea May Speed Memory Loss. Lots of good comments and information here. We shared one from the Walk to End Alzheimer's. They're starting to promote this fall's Walk to End Alzheimer's, so we shared it on our page. And that's quite all right. That's okay to do. Here's the one that I just showed you. This is from our website. So 3 signs your elderly loved one may be suffering from Alzheimer's disease, 5,772 people. And this is also from our website. Experience is one of the greatest assets when it comes to Alzheimer's care. So lots of people liked it. One person shared it. So you can see that we kind of mix it up. We do a lot of our own blog posting, and then we share some other people's stuff, and then we have a newsletter go out, and a little bit of advertising and a little bit of love and care on this got us to almost 10,000 likes, which we're very proud of. This is probably our most busy page. And I will tell you that the action and activity from this page alone drives a huge amount of traffic to AlzheimersCareDaily.com. So Facebook is one of our top contributors to our website, and it works extremely well. And I'm going to talk about this later, but I want to point this out. There are 3 messages in there that I need to read, and 24 notifications, which is just people liking your page. But the messages could be, you know, someone needing help or needing care or wanting to be pointed in the right direction or just wanting to send us a message of thank you. So these are really important to read, these messages. So you got to check in regularly. Okay, so let's go back to our presentation. And we're going to do View, Present. Okay, so community outreach. And I guess I'm going to go back to this. So one of the I wanted to highlight another client that we have that I noticed is doing a lot of good community outreach. So let's just go right back to where we were because I want to show you this. This is Assisting Angels. I'm going to hit refresh for a second here. Assisting Angels is in Lawrence, South Carolina. And for instance, we just posted this for them. But I'm not sure why the picture didn't come up, but Assisting Angels Anniversary Celebration, drop in tomorrow, you're invited. So they're having an anniversary celebration tomorrow, and so we put that up there for them. They also have one about caregiver recipes. They recently went to a local business that's right down the street from them or in the same business area as them, had a grand opening and a ribbon cutting, so they went to that, and there's a picture of them there. And DHEC license for safety, security, and peace of mind. So they post some things on their own. Here's another 13th anniversary celebration. This is an invitation. And then they have little messages. Assisting Angels can help with transportation. Now that's a really cute picture, and a lot of folks probably really like that. So really cute picture. They also are putting up, and I'm not sure why the picture isn't coming through, but they put up some job ads and other things like that. So some of this is content from their website. Some of it's content they're sharing just on their Facebook page because it's local to them, and they don't want to put it on their site because it was a grand opening for another business, but it is about their community. So that's all community outreach stuff, and that's the kind of thing that really makes a difference when you are looking at your Facebook business page. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program here. Let's go down to the next slide and view, present. All right. Okay, so well-rounded activities to generate leads. So here's how it kind of rolls out. People click on your article links. They click on the picture, they click on the link, and they're redirected back to your website. And if they are in the market for elder care or they do have an issue at home, they might fill out a form on your website or make a call to inquire about your services. Or they might send you a private message to your page on Facebook asking questions. You know that little 3 that I showed you where I need to look at those? You never know what's going to be in those. It might be worthwhile or not, but it's something that you need to look at. Some people will send messages there. Or they might sign up for your monthly newsletter if you have one. Or they might just fill out a form on Facebook requesting information. So it's important to have some kind of way for people to fill out a form, whether it's on your website or it's on your Facebook page. Okay, so here are our recommendations, and this is kind of, we divided it up into all the different parts and pieces of Facebook, and here's what we recommend. So Facebook ad campaign management. Number 1, you have to set up a Facebook business page. If you don't know how to do that, you can look at Facebook, go to their support portal, and figure that out. Number 2, create 3 ads that can be used to drive traffic to your Facebook page for likes. So what we recommend is that when you're first getting started, or even if you're started but you want to get more likes on your fan page, you noticed Alzheimer's Care Daily had 9,000 likes, Harmony Home Care in Sacramento had 1,200 likes. 1,200 is a great number for a local home health care agency. So create 3 ads that can be used to drive traffic to your Facebook page for likes. You can also use those ads to drive traffic to your website. There are lots of different ways to use Facebook to your advantage. One is to advertise so that people will like your Facebook page. You have to have an audience. So if you're going to boost a post or do anything else, you got to have people that are going to see it. So you need to make sure that you have lots of likes from your local community, not from all across the country, but just from your local area. If you're not sure how to engage in Facebook advertising, we can help you. But you want 3 ads that will rotate. There are certain things about ads that create more buzz and visibility. And so if you don't know what those are, we can certainly help with that too. But you definitely also can use those ads to drive traffic to your website. So let's say you've got enough likes, you're doing okay there, but you want to make sure that people are seeing your website. So you can absolutely put those same ads, use them a different way, and just drive traffic to your website. You can also boost a post, which you can see that the post we had up there that had 5,000 likes, we boosted it for $5. So we boosted a post that we'd already placed on our Facebook page. We did that, and you can do that like one time a week so that more people in your local community see your activities or your calls to action. I wouldn't do it for every post. You can do it for as little as $5. You can do it for 1 day. You can do it for 5 days. You can do it for however many days you want. But I would be strategic in choosing which posts you boost, because if I shared something from Help Stamp Out Alzheimer's, I don't want to boost that post because people are going to go to Help Stamp Out Alzheimer's. I want to boost a post that came from my website and goes out to my community so that people are staying on my website. And then set up your advertising campaign using your local area, local demographics, and information on your service area. So make sure that if you're going to set up a Facebook advertising program to get more likes, and eventually after a while you don't have to advertise, but for a while to get yourself boosted up there, it's always a great idea to do that. We recommend a minimum budget of $10 per day. You may or may not run through $10 a day, but that is about the minimum we would recommend to really get your Facebook page up to par, get enough likes on it, and to get some traffic to your website. Okay, let's talk about elder care articles from your blog. So we also recommend that you either have a blog already on your website, or you can have your web designer add one to your website. I know all of our clients, that's specifically one of the very basics for us when we design a website. Of course, we're going to publish content for our clients every single week without fail, so we always have a blog. If you don't, you need to have one. Your website should change all the time. It should never be a static brochure. It should be a changing organism, have a life of its own, and all of those posts that you put up there should go straight to your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So you need to set up a basic blog if you don't have one, or you can have your web designer add one to your website. You need to write 2 articles per month for blog posting, so you need to have 2 unique articles. You can't borrow content from other places on the web. It will not get indexed by Google. It will be considered duplicate content. It can be penalized. So write 2 unique articles per month. And I can hear a lot of moaning and groaning out there by saying there's no way I'm going to do that. Then you need to set up a feed from your blog to your Facebook business page. There's lots of different ways you can do that. I won't go into the why, what, how, where today. That's a whole nother webinar. But you need to make sure that anytime you post an article to your blog, that automatically, boom, it hits your Facebook business page. And that's really easy to do. I also recommend setting up a MailChimp.com account for you, for yourself if you don't have one. And this is for forms. So you can actually put a MailChimp.com form on a page on your Facebook business page, and people can sign up for your newsletter. They can sign up for more information. There's all kinds of things you can do with that. And MailChimp.com at a very low level is free, so it's easy to use, and you can sign up for that. Engagement posting. So I gave you the example of us sharing stuff from Help Stamp Out Alzheimer's. There's stuff about, on the Assisting Angels Facebook page about a grand opening of another business right there in their little business community. It wasn't them, but it was their neighbor, so they shared that. So you can post other interesting local or elder care, senior care, caregiving content directly to your Facebook page 3 times per week. So you need 2 articles so that you have people going back to your blog, 2 articles on your blog that go to Facebook. That way you're driving traffic back to your website. And then you need 3 times a week on top of that some more interesting content. Maybe you shared something from another site, or you found that cute picture of that little old man and that little boy driving their tractors or whatever they were doing. That is super cute. So stuff like that, when you put that up there 3 times per week, that really starts driving your local community, and that's awesome. Okay, so you do have some options, because I know that all of this, although I'm going to send out the replay of this video so you can If you didn't have time to take notes on all that stuff, you'll be able to watch it again. Of course we can do it all for you. We'll absolutely do it all for you. We wouldn't hold a webinar if we didn't have a solution. You can follow those steps or have someone in your office follow the steps that I just gave you, and they can do all of this stuff and learn how to do it and take the bull by the horns and do some Facebook engagement and advertising. I guarantee if you do it right, and you use your website in combination and content in combination with all of this, you will see a very positive result. But if you don't have the time or the staff or the energy or the brain cells because you're already overwhelmed and wear too many hats to do all of this, we can do it for you. So it would be silly for me not to tell you about that. So we have 3 different ways we can do it if you want us to do it for you. The first one is a basic package. It's a $99 setup and $75 a month. This is for people who are already engaged. They already have content. For example, our clients, this is a perfect package for them. They already have 4 blog posts per month. They don't need any more blog posts. They already have a Facebook page. All they need are some ads. They need us to go in and boost a post. And all that stuff. So there are lots of things for the basic package that if you're already engaged and you already have some stuff going on and you're very active, you probably don't need us to set up a Facebook page, but we'll work with the one you already have. This is the kind of package that's just for you. It's not, and then we will actually post extra for a fee, but this is easy peasy stuff. And this is for someone who's already knows exactly what they want and what they're doing. The middle package is a $300 setup fee because there's a lot of work we need to do, and then $150 per month. And this sets up your Facebook business page, or we work with the one you have. We create all your ads. We boost 1 time a week. We do the ads for your local areas. We will set up a blog for you, or we will work with one on your website. We will give you the 2 articles per month, and we will set up a feed to Facebook for you. And we will set up MailChimp for you for forms. And if you want us to do extra posting, we will do that, but it will be for a fee. And the last package here is a $400 setup and $300 per month. This is somebody that wants everything. They don't want to have to worry about anything. They want us to take care of all of it. So this includes all the stuff you see here and everything we talked about, but we also post to Facebook 3 times per week for you. So there are 3 different packages. If anybody needs help, either on a very low level or on a very high level, there is no commitment as far as long term. It's just month to month. Totally up to you, and otherwise you can do this yourself. All right, so we are going to take questions now, and if you want to read more about this, you can go to our website at ltcsocialmark.com and then go to /Facebook. So it's that easy. It's just our website /Facebook. You can read everything you want there. You can call us and talk to us at 888-404-1513. You'll either talk to me or George. You can just email George directly at ltcep.com. And I would recommend that you start today because it does work. It is positive for your website rankings. It's positive for content. It's positive for leads. It works in a very positive way for everything, actually, in community outreach especially. So you make your Facebook page the PR channel for your business. So let me pull up questions here and see what we've got. A lot of questions. How do you increase likes on your Facebook page? Well, we just talked about all that. So you got to do a lot of work and a lot of content, and sometimes you got to buy some advertising to get those likes up there. You can do it at a very, very cost-effective level, a very low level. Will a deck of the presentation be available? We do not share our PowerPoint presentations, but I will send everybody the replay of this webinar. Can you email this presentation to us? Of course. Is the 56% a USA stat only? He's talking about seniors. Yes, that is a United States statistic. With that being said, the 56% area looking for home care, and how does your business? Okay, with that being said, we're back to talking about the 56% of seniors who are online or also on Facebook. Is there an area on Facebook where they are able to target the area they are looking for home care, and how does your business get a higher ranking over competitors? One, we kind of talked about all of those things. throughout the webinar. There's not a single formula that makes all this happen. If people live in your local area and they'll see your page because you've placed an ad or they've seen an article from a friend and they like your page, then they are going to end up seeing all of your content, especially if you boost your posts once in a while, and they'll know you're in their local area. Are we still on the first page? I'm not seeing any slide changes. Okay. If you ask someone to like your business page, does that mean they have to be your friend first? No. Let's be clear about Facebook. Facebook Personal and Facebook Business have nothing to do with each other. I'm going to repeat that. Facebook Personal and Facebook Business have nothing to do with each other. There is one caveat. If you have a Facebook Business Personal account and you create a Facebook Business page, you are considered the admin of that Facebook Business page. If you want someone else to manage it for you, the Facebook Business page, you have to make them an admin of your Facebook Business page. People who like your business page cannot see your personal posts, so they cannot see all your beer requests and your funny stuff. If we're friends on Facebook, absolutely. So for Rebecca and any of our clients who are friends with me on Facebook, yes, you can see my pictures of my triplets and my Veep stuff and anything else I post, and that's okay with me. But if we are not friends on Facebook, you cannot see any of that stuff. So there you have it. Facebook Personal and Facebook Business shall not meet except for admin status. Can we get a copy of the slides you're using? No, but I will send out the presentation. I will send this out in a video. How do I change my Facebook personal profile, which I set up incorrectly, to a professional page? You need to go to Facebook support, and they will walk you through that. Didn't your last post use advertising, though? Yes. We boost our posts once in a while. We just talked about Facebook post boosting. When we boost a post, we get more likes, more shares, and more visibility. Why does the website show a large number of likes but a much less number of people reached? Why aren't more people being reached with the post? I'm not sure which website you're talking about, but when you have a Facebook business page and you put up a post, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to see it that liked your page. A certain percentage of them will see it, but not everyone. However, when you boost a post, which is the way Facebook makes money, one of the ways, then everybody sees it. So you have a choice. If you have tons of likes, if you have 10,000 likes, which means they're your fans, and you put up a post, you know that some percentage of that 10,000 are going to see that whether you boost it or not. And that might be okay with you, which it is okay with us, especially with Alzheimer's Care Daily. We know there are plenty of people who are going to see it. We don't need to boost every post. But once in a while, we go in and we boost one anyway, and we get tons more people to see it and tons more people to share it. And when they share it, then we get all those people to like our page. So we don't have to do it all the time, but once in a while for $5, it's totally worth it. So just because someone likes your page doesn't always mean they're going to see it. How are you measuring ROI on that $10 a day investment for Facebook advertising? Okay, so you have to keep in mind that this is a complete package. It's hard to measure return on investment in a dollar per dollar way with social media. It will always be hard to do that. But if you play your cards right, if you have do things like have a tracked phone line, if you know where people, when they fill out a form, if you have a pixel in your Facebook advertising that tells you where they came from when they filled out that form, all of those things you can actually drill down and figure out where people came from. Not everybody will have all of the techniques in place to get a really good sense of return on investment. But if you've got a lot of likes and your phone is ringing and your website is hitting the first page of Google for your local area and people are engaging with you and asking you questions and you're engaging, then you know you've done a good job. It can't be bad. It can only be good. Okay. Does more blogging increase ranking? Well, that's a question that doesn't necessarily have to have anything to do with Facebook, but of course, the more content you put up that's unique, engaging, and unique is the keyword there, engaging is the second keyword, unique, engaging, and really draws your audience in, then yes, your ranking will increase. RE auto posting of blog content in Facebook. Have you seen newer data that disputes earlier findings that automated postings deliver less engagement? Sometimes I can see how automated postings would be less engaging than if you posting it yourself. However, that is kind of doesn't really, in my mind, who cares? Because here's the thing. If you have tons of content on your blog, you need to auto-post it, and that's great. But you also need to engage directly on your Facebook page and add those 3 or 4 unique posts that are not automated. You need to engage and answer questions. You need to do all of those things. Every piece of content that we boost on our website or that we have people pay the most attention to generally comes directly from our Alzheimer's Cure Daily website, and it's auto-posted. So that is what has built the bulk of our traffic, our fans, and then we go in and we enhance it a little bit by boosting once in a while, by adding some other people's content. You have to think of this as an overall strategy with lots of parts and pieces, not just one thing. You have to auto-post your blog content to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, unless you have the time to sit around and do it manually. But there's very little difference between manually posting a blog post and automatically doing it. Do you have packages for authority alone, writing articles on our behalf on your websites and linking back to our websites? We have different packages that have nothing to do with Facebook. We have content packages and just strictly content by itself. If you don't want anything else, you just need content, you can come to us. Sure, so you'll have to email us directly about that. How many new cases per month could be expected from a full program like the one you outlined? Jane, I don't know. It depends on your website. It depends on your local area. It would be different if you were in San Diego versus if you were in West Winnemucca, Nevada. And because I don't know where you are, there's no way I can answer that. I am more interested in the overall engagement of you and of your Facebook page with your local community. I don't think a number of cases per week is a good way to, because I don't think you possibly could know how somebody found you. It could be Facebook, it could have been a Google search, it could have been anything, and they ended up on your website and picked up the phone. Maybe you ask every time, how did you hear about us? But the person who's not web savvy is probably going to give you an answer, I don't remember, I just found you on the web, or something like that. So it's really hard to calculate specific ROI for this, but it will never hurt you. It will only enhance your presence, and it will enhance your community authority, trustworthiness, and your ability for community outreach. If you're not doing community outreach online, then you're missing a huge audience. So that's why this is important. Could these same tactics be used to reach referral sources? Yes, the same tactics that we're talking about for community outreach can be used to reach out to your referral sources, absolutely. And so we're getting wrapped back up into how many clients are actually brought in from having a Facebook page. Can you give us an example? I'm going to say this one more time. This is a piece of marketing that you can't possibly ignore anymore. You really need to have an outstanding Facebook presence. If you need every edge in your local community, then having a fabulous, engaging Facebook strategy that reaches out to your community, that gives them the content they want, that shares with them the community events that are happening with regard to seniors and local events and things like that. If you are doing that, you cannot lose. I can't tell you how much you'll win, but I can tell you you will not lose. So that's the important thing to remember. Can you invite all personal friends to like your business page at once, or do you have to ask them one at a time? You can just put a little statement on your personal page that says, hey, by the way, be sure to like our new Facebook business page, and the link to it, and then all your friends should go there, or you can bug them one at a time if you like. Can you explain how to advertise on Facebook to increase likes? I cannot go into that in this, we don't have time for that today, but I can tell you that you can go to Facebook support and look at their advertising programs. If you don't want us to do it, you can have go to their support portal, and they have huge videos and all kinds of stuff on how to advertise on Facebook. We're accustomed to it. We do it all the time. We've done it for clients. We do it for ourselves. So we're really good at it, but you can certainly do it yourself, and Facebook is set up to help you. How do I hide posts from people that I have invited to my business page that I do not want to show on my news feed? Is there a setting that I can change so it is only elder care related rather than showing normal posts from them? I think that you might be a little confused because your Facebook business page should only show the posts that you have that put up there that are all elder care related. If you're talking about your home feed, that's your personal page, I don't know how you can control what you see there. There's probably a way, but that's kind of not really what this one's about. So Facebook support. How do we add friends to your Facebook page, or can you only get likes? A Facebook business page has nothing to do with friends or personal Facebook accounts. Therefore, you can ask all your friends on your personal Facebook account, please go to my new business page and give me a like, a thumbs up, and they will do that. So you have to ask them to politely do that. Can you use content from your e-newsletter for blog? Not sure what that means, Nancy, but yes, if it's unique content, you can. If it's something that's been posted on 500 other franchise websites, then it doesn't make any sense to put it on your blog because it's duplicate content. Do you provide services for companies in Canada? Well, yes, we do. We service all of the United States and Canada. If you're on your own Facebook business page, how do you invite other businesses to like your page? Well, Cindy, if you go and like their page, and you can send them a little message, a private message. There's a little messaging button at the top of their page that says send a message. You can send them a note that says, we at ABC Home Care liked your page, please like ours, and give them the link to it, and they will go in and like your page. Can my business Facebook page like another, or do I need to personally like this? Yes, you can like a page as a business. So you can go to another Facebook business page. There is a place on Facebook that gives you the option, are you posting as Linda or are you posting as ABC Home Care? And if you choose ABC Home Care, you can go into XYZ Home Care's page and like them as ABC Home Care. Yes, you can do that. Okay, that is all of the questions. Woo! And we have 10 minutes to go. Let's see, George, did I miss anything, or is there anything else that we need to talk about? I think we've hit it all, but I could be wrong.
No, I think it's pretty complete. The key thing is that social media is just part of an online marketing program, and that the nature of this discussion is not just how Facebook is important on its own, but how well and important it is now to your Google SEO activities, because Google's looking for those social signals, like you said in the beginning, and people should remind them, remember that, because that's probably the most important factor here, is that the community outreach gets engagement. Engagement is watched by Google, and that will impact how visible you are, even on Google search.
Yep, that's exactly right. So this is a strategy that is well-rounded. It can't hurt you. It can only help you. And at the end of the day, it may generate 2,000 leads or 2 leads. But either way, you establish trust, authority, fans, and all kinds of other good feedback and engagement. Google likes it. Your website hits the top, and you'll do great. Somebody asked, what is your definition? Oh, wait a minute. We have a bunch of stuff here. Okay. Let's see. Let me go down to the bottom. Okay. Is there ever too many posts? I don't think so. I mean, if you did 10 posts a day, that would kind of be bad. But if you do a couple a day, you're in good shape. I bought your new book. Okay, that's a question for not on this webinar. What is your definition of community outreach? Well, community outreach is anything you're doing in your local community that you want to share online. So if you go to a senior fair, let's say, and you meet 500 people, or 500 people attend it, Well, there are probably, I don't know, 50,000 other people in your community that didn't attend that. And depending on how big your community is, it could be 5 million. But they didn't attend it. But some portion of them are going to be on social media. So posting likes, letting them know you were there. Maybe you're doing the Alzheimer's Walk this fall. You reach out to your community on Facebook and tell them you're welcome to join our team. You're welcome to support us, or just know that this is something that we do. We are supporting your community. We're supporting Alzheimer's research. So there's lots of community outreach options. Maybe you do something for a local charity and you share it on Facebook. The people at the local charity know about it, but there are 5 million other people in your local community, or 50,000 or 5,000, who never know that you did that unless you post it. So you have to reach out to your community, tell them what you're doing, invite them to work with you, and really engage with them. They trust you when they know that you're visible in your local community. What would be an example of topics for the unique article that should be posted 2 times per month? Anything that is elder care or senior care related. At LTC Expert Publications, just so you know, we probably buy 600 or 700 articles professionally written every single month. So we're really good at content. If you just need content, we can provide content. So that is something we're good at. Sometimes the topics are related to a healthcare celebration. For instance, May is Older Americans Month. There's one example. But on the other hand, it might be the advantages of home care. Or it might be, the importance of dental care for seniors, or the, what's the causes of glaucoma. There's a million different things that you could write an elder care article about, and if you all relate it back to how home care can help, depending on if you're a home care agency or not, then the call to action at the end of the article is all about how you, as an ABC Home Care, can help seniors in your local area who may have low vision problems, or may have hearing problems, or may need transportation. So we relate the article back to you. I would be happy to tell you we're 110% experts on writing elder care content. But if you're looking for something, you need to have it written professionally or write it yourself. Just make sure you're not copying it from another person or blog or website. Let's see. Yes, we are going to send this out. Okay, so I'm going to call it a day. And I want to thank you. That's such a great question and answer session. You guys asked great questions. I think we got a lot of ground covered. I'll send out this replay. You are welcome to share it with anyone you want. And please sign up for the other webinars that we do throughout the month. And we'll talk to you all again soon. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye, George.
Bye-bye.